Hello student, let's start to learn. Standard ninth, medium English and semi-English, subjects science and technology, part 2nd, unit number 8, useful and harmful microbes. Today's my first point is, can you recall? Second point, useful microorganism. Third point, try this. Fourth point, uses of lactobacilli. Fifth point, rhizobium symbiotic bacteria. Sixth point, role and importance of rhizobium. Seventh point, yeast. Last and eighth point, let's try this. Unit number 8, useful and harmful microbes. We are going to see in this chapter useful microorganisms, lactobacilli, rhizobium, yeast, harmful microorganisms, clostridium, and others. Can you recall? Number 1, what is meant by microbes? What are their characteristics? Answer of this question, the living organism which cannot be seen with naked eyes, but those that are all around us are called microbes. All microbes are prokaryotic cells and can be seen only under microscope. Second, how did you observe microbes? Answer of this question, microbes can be seen under compound microscope. If drop of fresh buttermilk are added on the slide and stained with appropriate stain, lactobacilli bacteria can be seen. Fungus growing on the stale food can also be observed under the microscope. Friends, actually you are familiar with different type of microbes which are all around us but cannot be seen with our eyes. In what way are they related to our everyday life? Answer of this question, many microbes are useful to us. We use them for our benefit, such as making yogurt from milk is done by lactobacilli bacteria. Yeast is used for baking processes. The yeast is a type of fungus which is very useful. Some microbes are harmful. They causes various diseases and affect our health. Useful microorganisms. Try this. Smear a drop of fresh buttermilk on a glass slide, stain with methylene blue, and put a cover slip over it. Observe the smear under 10x objective of compound microscope and then with more powerful 60x objective. Did you notice the blue rod shaped organism moving around? They are lactobacilli, kind of bacteria. They are minute and rectangular in shape. Lactobacilli are anaerobic bacteria, that is, they can produce energy without use of oxygen. See in this picture, lactobacilli are rectangular in shape. Can you tell how is yogurt made from milk? What exactly happen in this process? The lactobacilli convert lactose, the sugar in the milk, into lactic acid. This process is called fermentation. As a result, the pH of the milk decreases, causing coagulation of milk proteins. Thus, milk proteins are separated from other constituents of milk. This is what happens when milk changes into yogurt. Yogurt has a specific sour taste due to the lactic acid. The low pH destroy the harmful microbes present in the milk. Uses of lactobacilli. Number 1, various milk products like yogurt, buttermilk, ghee, cheese, srikhand, etc. can be obtained by the fermentation of milk. Second, lactobacilli fermentation is useful for large scale products of cedar, cocoa, pickles of vegetables, etc. Third, lactobacilli and some other useful microbes taken together are used to treat abdominal discomfort. Fourth, leaven fodder offered to domestic cattle like cows, buffaloes is fodder fermented with help of lactobacilli. Fifth, the lactobacilli fermentation process is used to make a wine and some types of bread. Rhizobium symbiotic bacteria. Let's try this. Take a plantlet of fenugreek, groundnut, or any other bean and sterilize it with 3 to 5% solution of hydrogen peroxide. Afterwards, keep it in a 70% solution of ethyl alcohol for 4 to 5 minutes. Clean the root with sterile water and take with thin section of the root nodules. Select a good section and place it in solution of saponin for 2 to 3 minutes. Place the stained section of the glass slide, cover it with cover slip and observe it under the compound microscope. The pinkish rod-shaped organisms are the rhizobium bacteria. Note that we had to search for the root nodules of leguminous plants to obtain these bacteria. Are the rhizobium bacilli useful to these plants or harmful? This diagram shows rhizobium bacteria. This diagram shows nodules on plant. This diagram shows cell division of the bacteria. Here is the infection of bacteria. Here is bacteria. Infected root here. Then here is bacteroid. Here is also bacteroid. Here is the growth of the root nodules. Here is conducting tissue nodule. Draw this diagram in your notebook. Role and importance of rhizobium. Rhizobia living in root nodules supply nitrates, nitrites and amino acid to that plant and in exchange get energy in form of carbohydrates from it. Such a mutual beneficial relationship is called symbiosis. Rhizobia produces nitrogenous compounds from atmospheric nitrogen. However, for this process of nitrogen fixation, they need leguminous plants like beans, sweet pea, soybean, etc. as a host. Beans and pulses are rich in proteins due to the nitrogenous compound made available for rhizobia. After harvesting a leguminous crop, the leftover roots and other plant parts are deliberately dumped in the form of soil to maintain the bacterial population. The use of rhizobium has helped to reduce the use of chemical fertilizers and thereby their adverse effect. It has also helped to reduce expense on the fertilizer and thus the work to the benefit of farmer. Yeast. Let's try this activity. Bring active dry yeast from the market. Mix a spoonful of yeast, 2 spoonfuls sugar with a sufficient quantity of lukewarm water in a bottle. Fix a colorless transparent balloon on the mouth of that bottle. What changes do you observe after 10 minutes? Mix lime water with gas accumulated in the balloon. Collect that lime water in a beaker and observe it. What do you notice? Take a drop of solution from the bottle on the glass slide. Put a cover slip over it and observe it under the compound microscope. Store the solution in the bottle carefully. Do you see the colorless oval cells of the yeast on the slide? Some of those cells may have small round bodies attached to them. They are new daughter cells of the yeast in the process of formation. See in this figure, here is the some daughter cells are produced. This method of asexual reproduction is called budding. Yeast is a heterotrophic fungal microbe that grows on the carbon compounds. Yeast is a unicellular fungus with 1500 different species in existence. The yeast cell is eukaryotic type of cell. In the above experiment, yeast grows and multiplies very quickly due to the carbon compound in the sugar solution. In the process of obtaining nutrition, yeast cell convert the carbohydrates in that solution into alcohol and carbon dioxide. This process is called fermentation.